It's your boy Ron, man. I'm back with another video. This is Trigger Reactions. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Subscribe to the channel. Go check out some of my old videos. You may like it, you may not. But to the family, we back with another Matt Walsh video. He was on Dr. Phil, and a pro-trans professor asked Walsh why he cares so much about transgenderism. Think about that, right? She's asking him why he cares so much about it. Man, let's get into this. This gonna be good.
There's the extreme approach that you are admittedly taking. And then there's also just ordinary people that might not be comfortable with the language change. And it just is awkward. And so they're afraid of not being courteous or being accepting. So there's like these two things. There's actually combating and not being, you don't like transgender, the idea of transgender. That's different than pronouns. But then just for most people, it's just feeling a little bit awkward and unsure and not wanting to hurt or offend somebody.
Well, why is it important for educators to teach about gender identity, gender presentation, and pronouns? Why do you think that's important?
Because there is a difference. There is biological sex, and a lot of times people are conflating sex and gender. So there's
no. Let me make it simple for you, ma'am. Why do you think it should be taught on a educational level, as far as going down to elementary? Why do everyone else, again, have to be taught this on a grand scale? Like literally, they are having actual policies, laws put in place to teach our children this, and let alone indoctrinate them and also approve them being treated or transitioning as minors. So again, it's not about hating trans things or not liking it. It's first of all, it's an adult matter. I put it in the realm of just personal choice and wanting to do what you want to do. If you want to be gay, you can be gay. If you want to, whatever. Why are we trying to make this why are we tying it to biology when it's clearly something that has no foundation of truth? You believe you're a woman and you want to transition into a woman, which that's not even possible. Why is this being taught? Why is it? Why? Answer that. That's all I want to know.
Biological sex, and then there's gender, and that's a social construct in the sense that just because you're born biologically.
Okay, it's a social construct. Okay. Well, when you're born out of your mother, right? Your mother. Some women have vaginal pregnancies, and some have to be C-section, cut from the belly. But you do come from a woman who was born. Like, what is that? What does that mean? When you were born, are we changing that? Are we changing born? Are we changing what that is? To give birth. Are we changing that? Are we? That's what I'm saying. So if we're not changing that, let's say that you are born either having a vagina or a penis, correct? Okay, so however you identify that or put that under a certain category, cool. But it's either that or that. Whether you call it being a boy or a girl, whatever. But you are born with that. And when you're born with those two opposites that actually work jointly together to create life, you you can't go against that, right? I mean, I mean, but I'm not qualified to speak on this because I don't have the education. But I have 3 children and a wife, and I'm a man. I was born a man. I can't change it. I can't, that's just what it is. Now, if you say some days I feel angry or upset or depressed, that doesn't change that I'm a man or a woman. Right? So let's tie that in. I'm trying to go somewhere with this. So let's tie that in. So because I feel like something, I could feel and even think that something is something that it's not. Correct. I made this analogy before. My daughter came to me and said she wants her name to be Queen Elizabeth, but her name is Amira. I will tell her, your name is Amira. You can't just change your name until you become an adult and you can legally go and change your name. I'm not arguing that adults can't change their appearance. They can't wear what they want. They can even go to the doctor and have procedures done to make them feel more compatible to whatever sex they're wanting to be. Now, does that mean that you, first of all, let's have some real conversation here. And this isn't hate. I'm saying, can a person that was born with the penis really, really become someone who has the properties and characteristics and organs of someone born with a vagina? Like, yeah, they can do whatever they want and change their body physically. But you can't create ovaries. You can't. And even if you could, even if that was possible, that still doesn't make you that thing. I can put a Ferrari's engine in a Honda. That is still a Honda. Do you understand? Does that make sense? I'm really trying to make this make sense. I don't want to be like rude or mean to anyone. Please comment. Let's talk. I have no issue with that.
Female doesn't mean you automatically want to vacuum, for instance, which is usually a feminine activity or conflated that way. And so it's this idea of giving children in age-appropriate ways.
And I would disagree with that. Vacuuming isn't a feminine thing. It's cleaning. It's cleaning. It is cleaning. See, and then when you throw that in there, you put that under being a woman. Oh man. Anyway, let's go. Are these people real professors?
Understanding that these things aren't set in stone. Gender identity is not tied to biology.
You say that gender's not set in stone.
Come on, Matt Walsh. Let's go.
What do you mean?
I mean that's just factually incorrect. Saying that. So you have biology is the chromosomal makeup and reproductive organs and all of that, and so that would be sort of the nature side of things. But the nurture side of things is where we see more of gender identities.
She began by saying that my view is extreme. Okay, so the view that every single person on Earth has held up until 15 seconds ago is extreme, and the view that almost everyone does right now still hold as extreme, apparently, according to her. But there is this they are conflating gender and sex, because on one hand they say, well, you got your biological sex, but then your gender is whatever social construct. But then they turn around and say that trans women are women. So a man who identifies with the gender, the social construct of womanhood, actually is a woman. So if you can laugh all you want, but this is a logical problem. You are conflating sex and gender just by saying that. So that's the problem.
There's biological sex, and then there.
So what he just said was, you're saying that gender and sex, gender is a social construct, But a trans person is saying they are a woman, which you said is a social construct. So you can pick what. Please, I will. Did y'all understand that? Okay.
His gender identity. Part of me wants to ask why you care so much, because it's really not that big of a deal.
Care so much, but what you mean care? What are you talking about? Care so much? No one would care, but it's everywhere, and you're wanting to give it to our children. You're wanting to spread this amongst everyone, and expect us not. That's just like you can't say, like, if we are in a room, if we're in a gymnasium. No, I'll make it even simple. If we're in a club, if we're in a club and you're there with your wife or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, I don't care. If you're in there and someone comes in and starts shooting, it gets very crazy, right? And in the melee, in the parking lot, after the police have come and all this, and someone's out there saying something about the person that was shot, you don't then say, oh, why do you care? I was in the club. I saw what happened. It affected me. I heard gunshots go off and I was traumatized. I was scared. What do you mean? Why does he care? Why does he care? Why does he care? It's like asking a normal human being who cares about the earth, or if I'm in Georgia and I'm speaking on what's happening in Ohio, and someone from Ohio tells me, why do I care? Or someone's from Australia tell me, why do I care? What do you mean, why do I care? If it affects one, it affects all. But that's my time, guys. If you like this video, man, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button down below. Man, I want to hear your thoughts on this, guys. This is a topic that I think we all want to dive into a little bit more. But yeah, man, leave it down in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel about this video. Also, what should I react to next? This is your boy Ron. This is Trigger Reactions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.